Hey guys, welcome back to the Interceptor. We are here with Alliance War Season 53, Number 7, and Matrix has matched up against VN77. Their name is Vietnamese something. I don't remember what their name is, and I'm not going to go back and check, honestly, because it doesn't matter. And we have a little bit of a Kate Bishop war. We have Kate Bishop for 2 fights, Ultron for 2 fights, and then Cassie Lang for 1 fight. And then on my alt, we have 4 fights because I was back up in Section 1. And then 2 minis. So this Korg here, basically I just needed any champ that could take both Korg and Spider-Ham. And since I personally am very comfortable with the matchup of Kate versus Korg, obviously Kate versus Spider-Ham is a great matchup. Although we're going to try our absolute best to die in that matchup, as you will see. But we are boosting up here. Still out of 20% boost. Now that the new EQ has started, I need to run it to get 30%. But I was out of 20% for a couple wars there. But Korg, really easy matchup with Kate Bishop. If you don't feel super comfortable doing light intercepts, then you can use the counter evade to count as an intercept to remove an additional charge, but I'm not going to do that because I just don't need to. Never mind, I lied. I am going to do that. I guess that just makes it a little bit easier. Like you see that removed a bunch of charges, and then here light intercept. We're just going to try to get to our SP1 to get this guy going down, because as long as we do not throw specials while he has rock stacks up, he is not going to shrug off anything, because that's the only time he shrugs stuff off. Here, unfortunately, I ate the L1. I think I just dashed back too late, but that's fine. Not that big of a deal. And yeah, we're just going to throw L1s to get this fight down. Nothing difficult about this fight. It's a very easy matchup. It's basically a Korg duel as long as you remove rock stacks before you throw specials, which is the way that you're supposed to play the matchup of Kate versus Korg anyways. Alright, so going up to our next fight here, we have Cassie Lang versus Absorbing Man. And originally I was told to use Kate for this fight because I did do it once last season and I did solo pretty easily. Despite the fact that this guy's tactic, you just have to keep using your heavy attacks and deal with the power gain. But it did fit that I was able to bring Cassie this war, which is nice. And yeah, this Absorbing Man's going to be pretty good to me. Now, of course, whenever I knock him down, I am going to be triggering the armor break, which is going to give him morph charges, I believe they're called. There, I should have let my second hit of my heavy land before I threw the L1, but I guess it doesn't really matter that much. And yeah, you can miss his L1 with your heavy attack if you know how to do it. But we are dexing his SP1 on purpose so that I can apply the poison, which slows down how long both the taunt and the power stings take to fall off, which is really useful, obviously. But yeah, he's getting tactic here. He's getting power gain. That power gain is actually helping us out quite a bit. Here I just went for the heavy attack. I don't know why. That applied like maybe 1 power sting. Definitely was not worth it. But it's fine because this fight's about to go down. And yeah, 1 minute fight for Absorbing Man, who's one of the tankier defenders on a node that makes him even more tanky. I'll take that. So on to Section 2 here. We actually have a split path. Oh no, we don't have a split path. For some reason... Oh yes, we do. Yeah. Sorry, for some reason I thought I was on Path 6, Section 2. But I'm actually on Path 3, Section 2. Both accounts this war. We have the Spider-Ham. They placed... I don't remember who it was. I think it was like Red Skull on the first node, and obviously none of my champs that I currently have can take Red Skull. But Spider-Ham on this node, he doesn't actually do anything. He is only here to split a path, and it did work because we did have to split the path. I mean, I'm sure it's possible that we could have done it better and not had to split the path, but this is what we ended up going with, and it did work, so that's fine. And then here... I'm just going to be an idiot and take a bunch of hits right to the face. And I think I was trying to get him to throw the special because I'm so used to, with Kate Bishop, the defender just throwing the special instantly every single time when they're in the corner. And I forgot that sometimes they just don't. Like that, right there. He just did it again, both times. When he was in the corner, he had a chance to throw a special, and he didn't. But that's fine, because we didn't die. We did take a combo, and I believe he crit on either 3 of the 4 or 4 of the 4 hits. I don't actually remember if it was 3 of 4 or 4 out of 4. Here I was just double checking my assignments to make sure I'm taking the right mini, because obviously I have Kate who does work for 37 Photon, but I was just double checking that that's not the fight I was assigned, and I was correct. We do have Ultron here for this Bishop, and then I believe I'm also taking Hazard Shift Weapon X with Ultron as my last fight. But yeah, this fight here, Power Snack Bishop with Ultron, I've taken it before, and I'm going to take it again multiple times. Very easy, just don't push Bishop to special 3. And you don't even have to full dex L2 because he's never going to go unblockable on this node. Very, very simple. I do throw the L2. I do like to ignore the Power Sting on this node situationally. But that was a situation where I chose to ignore it and take the damage. And it did result in me getting a lot more damage output, so I will take that. Here, throwing another L2. Not much here. Combo into Relic to not have to throw the special to push to L2. There he does go unblockable. But it actually heals us because we used an invuln. So Ultron's Sig ability gave us the regen from the hits without taking the damage from the hits, which was cool. So we're going to say I did that on purpose, okay? We're going to say I ate that L2 because I knew it would heal me. May not be true, but that's what we're going to say. And yeah, that fight goes down. No issues. Done. On to our next fight, and I believe it is node 44? 43. Excuse me. To be fair, they put triple mutants on Hazard Shift. I could have easily taken any of those 3 fights. Because I have taken Red Mags with Ultron this meta. Not on... Well, it actually was on Hazard Shift. It was on Path 9 Section 2. And I have taken Node 45 Havoc as well. So I could have easily done any of those 3 fights. And I hope that we sent Ultron to all 3, but I'm not sure. I actually have no idea if we did or not. But it would have worked if we did. So here, very straightforward fight. Obviously, this is the Incinerate/Shock Hazard Shift, and Ultron's going to be immune to neither, but he does reduce it enough that it just simply does not matter. Really, it just doesn't matter. He is just going to destroy it. You're going to bait a heavy, which this one did not want to throw right away. It took me a couple tries to bait it, but now we are just going to hit him, and he is just going to drop super fast now that we have the heal block. Intercepts are basically guaranteed. And look at that L2. Let me go back for a second and show you just how much that L2 did. Look at this. Heavy attack, cauterize, and then look at this L2. 22, 22, 33, 33. That's well over 100k. That's... Wait, 22, 22... That's 110,000 damage on the L2. And I'm not even running Sui's here. That's just all Ultron. But okay. Also, I tried to edit my clips so that this screen of the screen recording starting didn't appear at the beginning. And the clips literally wouldn't download. Like, it just kept saying error. I deleted all of the other videos on my phone from the last 2 wars that I've recorded since I've had this recording, and it's not the space. That's not the issue. It's just being stupid. So here we have, I was just double checking assignments to make sure I didn't have a path in section 1 I was forgetting about, but we are going to path 3 section 2. And I was originally assigned Hulkling for this fam, except I don't own Hulkling. Like, I physically do not have him on my roster. I think I have a 5-star rank 1 unduped Hulkling. And I think my officer just assumed, oh, everyone has Hulkling. I'll just assign him Hulkling without checking if I actually had that champ, which is kind of insane. But I tagged my officer and I said, yo, Hulkling? My 5-star rank 1? And he said, oh, you don't have Hulkling? I said, no. Like, we literally have to fill out sheets for every single player that says exactly who we have in our roster as 7 stars and 6 stars. And he's not on there because I don't own him. So I said, okay, I've taken that fight with Red Mags before. Can I take it with my Red Mags? He said yes. So this is a rank 5 ascended 6-star using a rank 5 ascended 5-star. And he's going to die in 1 special 3 because that's just Red Mags for you. Did take a combo there. Obviously, that was on purpose to gain some combat power rate. Not actually. I'm just kidding. But yeah, we're just going to get to an L3 and this guy's going to go bye-bye. One more heavy charge. And then we are going to quickly heavy charge to reset the prowess, throw the L3, and bye-bye fam. Despite the fact that I'm punching up quite literally an entire star level, and what, that's the equivalent of 3 ranks. I'm punching up 3 ranks in this matchup. He still dies in 1 L3. So yeah, nice 40-second fight with a 5-star champion. And then on the second node here, we have a Sinister here. Again, much like Spam, who I took on this node with my main account, Mr. Sinister does absolutely nothing with the node, and this is simply a tactic fight. But I'm just going to let the fight play. It's so insanely easy. So, using Ultron here, I mean, you guys have seen me fight Sinister. You guys have seen me fight Sinister on Node 3, on Node 5, on Path 6, Section 2. You've seen me fight him on... Like, I don't even know. It's just... Sinister with Ultron is such a slam dunk matchup that you can't mess up. Because you can't be degenerated. Because you're a robot, class advantage, and his main defensive threat of regen when you crit is turned off by the heal block. Like, you just can't get this matchup wrong. I actually don't think you can die unless you suck really, really bad at the game. Because this is one of the easiest matchups in the game on literally any node. I actually don't think there's a node that could make this fight even slightly problematic. I think the hardest node for this matchup would probably be node 49. But that would also be really easy because you'd just be getting power gain from your degens. Also, this is the first war where I take the exact same fight in the exact same war on 2 accounts. Because I am, once again, taking this bishop on node 39, another very easy matchup with Ultron. Sorry for showing you the same fight twice, but I'm showing you the same war, right? I just happen to be taking the same fight, and this is actually a really good thing that I'm showing you both fights, because I believe this is the fight where Bishop just becomes an asshole and just spams SP1 at every single opportunity the whole fight, if I recall correctly. Yes, there into my block. That's 1. There into the air. That's 2. Back to back already. Gonna throw the heavy get tactic up. What's he gonna do? What do you think he's gonna do? Yeah, SP1 into my block. To be fair, that one was probably caused by the evade, so I can't exactly say it was into my block. But there, he does the same thing. He does the same thing. That's 4 SP1s in a row that I've not been trying to bait, that he's just thrown because he's an asshole. And here I'm finally going to be able to push to L2. I'm like, is it over? Is it finally over? Is he finally going to throw a special 2? Yes, he is. But if you think the SP1 spam is over, you are sorely mistaken. Another one. Oh my god. Oh my god. And then I get parried. And he gets to an L1. What do you think he's going to do? What do you think he's going to do? Look at this. Okay, I threw the L2. Oh, I actually did manage to push to L2. Unblockable. Full dex. Boom. And yeah, he is going to go down. But you can just see the difference between those two fights with the... Like, I didn't play any worse in this fight. He just decided to spam SP1, and because he did that, the fight took 40 seconds longer than it would have on my main, than it did on my main. Also, that was my last fight of the war, but because the player that was taking Maestro died, he didn't want to revive, so he called someone for backup, so I came to back up this Maestro. I don't have any really good matchups, but this Maestro's at 10% health. So we're just going to use Ultron because I know he's not bleed immune, and there's almost nothing that can go wrong in this matchup. Obviously, you're not going to be able to get to a special 2 with your buffs expiring, but you're just going to rely on your DOT. You're going to pause the charges, and you have guaranteed crits. You're going to be doing a lot of damage. Here we are able to parry and get a bunch of degens on, which is really nice. And here the glancing is going to activate, but he's actually just going to die from our bleeds because, again, he was so low. If that Maestro was at 20% health, I would have thought that was pushing it, and I wouldn't have taken the fight. But it's just a little bit of cleanup. Nothing to worry about there. So I am going to... Oh, sorry, that's actually the end of my fights. That is all because I only had 5 fights on my main and 4 fights on my ult this war. And we won this war, which is great. We won this war, and we are now 3-4 on the season with a death total of 3 still. And my main is at 2 deaths. My ult is at 1. My combined PSR between my 2 accounts is at 73 out of 76, or a 96% solo rate. And my main is at 39 out of 41, or 95%. And my ult, which is doing better than my main this season, is at 34 out of 35, or a 97% solo rate. And my Deathless streak is up to 9 fights because... oh, no, wait. It should be at 14, right? Because I had 4 or 5 carryover. Whatever's in the description is going to be correct because I know what I have in my notes here is definitely wrong. So that's going to be all for today. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.